Here's everything you need before you get your Crested Gecko. We're going to go super fast through this, but if you guys could do me a favor, hit that follow button. It'll really help us with our engagement. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get started. First things first, we need an enclosure. If you're working with a baby, you can go 18-inch, anything from juvenile, subadult, up to adult. You're going to go with a 24 up to a 36. Please do not use an 8-quart bin, and your gecko will appreciate it. Once you have your enclosure, you're going to need something to fill it with. I use these Fluker's vines. They're absolutely great. They love to rest on them, sleep on them, climb on them. Get fake foliage or real foliage depending on if you're going to go bioactive or not. You can still use soil even if you don't go bioactive, or you can use paper towels when they're younger just to make sure that you're keeping a closer eye on them. If you do end up going with soil or bioactive and you're a little bit scared of the gecko being on the dirt, you can get these plastic egg crates. They are super cool. Put them on top of the dirt. It'll give them the benefits of bioactive and the humidity from the soil, but it'll also keep your isopods safe so that gecko can't actually get to them. Now, you will need to provide a lay box for female geckos, but also provide one for a male so they have a humid hide to go into when they start to shed. These ones might be a little bit more obvious, but we're going to hit on them anyway. You're going to need a water dish as well as a food dish, and a spray bottle and or a mister. Next up, we're going to talk quickly about food. I'm using Pangea. You don't have to use Pangea. You can use whatever brand you want. Do your research and make an educated decision on what you want to use, but I'm using Fig and Insect here. The most important thing is that you switch it up. You don't always feed them the same thing. And we're also going to want to include bugs into their diet as well. That means crickets, mealworms, dubia roaches. Just don't go overboard on the mealworms. They are pretty fatty and you don't want to start power feeding your gecko. We're going to hit on real quick is the lights. We're going to use a 2 to 4% Arcadia T5 shade dweller. It's perfect for crested geckos. And you might hear that room temperature is perfect for a crested gecko, but this isn't always the case. Crested geckos thrive in up to 78 degrees during the summer, headed toward 80. And if your house does not stay that warm or your reptile room doesn't stay that warm, you might have to provide a basking light, which you need one of these. It is a thermostat. It's got a probe that's going to go under the basking light, and if it gets to 80 degrees, it's going to automatically pop off that light so your temperatures don't go in excess of 80 and become very dangerous for your crested gecko. And one additional thing I use is ReptiSafe. It is going to dechlorinate the water. It is a water softener, and it also adds some calcium to the water as well. I put it in the spray bottle, the mister, as well as their drinking water. And that is everything you need to start your crested gecko. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.